Yo, what it do? It's your boy, Young Weezo. Welcome back to KFKulture's YouTube channel. And welcome. What episode is this? Welcome. I think this is episode 33. I hope. I didn't check. I hope 33.
A special one, because I'm here.
33. And also it's the podcast for Cape Town artists, not any artists, but actual artists. So that means you can't just rock up here. And it's not those podcasts that where they invite any dictionary. It's not those ones. It's you gotta be dope. Cut from a different cloth.
Let's go.
So yeah, you can find episodes on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, no? Is it? Apple Podcasts, yeah. And yeah, I haven't recorded in a while though. So this is also a recapping episode of myself also. So even though it's about those guys that's here, it's about me also, you know, what the vibes is. I haven't been recording for a while. Basically, I did say in the previous times it's going to be only specific artists that I choose. So that's why it's so difficult to record. And I was busy behind the scenes, shooting music videos, signing artists in Kaapstad, you know. Working with artists. And I was busy with fixing the MK1 as well. You probably saw videos there on the channel. Go check it out. And that's on hold for now because fixing cars costs money. If you didn't know. But today, that's a bit of a recap of my side. I can always speak to you guys again. Today, episode 33, we got two gentlemen here. One has been here. I'm not even going to intro him.
I'll intro myself.
Introless. We got Anathi Swaphi. Swaphi, if I'm saying it correctly?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you introduce yourself. I know I introduce everyone, but I'm going to let you introduce yourself.
Yeah. It's always good to write your own story anyway.
Awe.
Kamalam Anathi Swaphi, born as Lalini Kutsendane. I came to study in Cape Town at the start of my high school. Konyika is called Danun. I'm sure you know. Throughout the years, I've been involved in music, choir, stratamia, kind of vibes. Got in music university as well. Never thought I would become an artist myself. And eventually, one day, sitting at home, of course, singing, a brew called Lutando had my voice. You know, he says it was like an angel kind of a thing. Knocked in. Usually somebody comes and knocks in and they kind of be like, you know, making a noise and all that. So that specific day, it was somebody different who came to say, I heard your voice and asked me if I actually do music. I said, I sing, but I don't do music. I've never written a song in my life by that time. And yeah, he was like, I'm going to give you a beat because I'm a producer. And that was the start of my recording musical journey. I mean, away from doing covers, singing at weddings and all of that. So yeah, Anathi Swaphi, vocalist. Shout out.
Okay, so so he was speaking to you guys, but he's gonna speak. We're gonna speak like this. You know, we're gonna speak like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we got ProX.
And then there's me.
Oh, the miracle lyrical. Now introduce yourself again, man.
Yeah, ProXnakedmynd. That's me.
Linktree.
Yeah, man.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's that because the journey has been so long. You know, when I tell it, sometimes it feels like I'm telling something new, or I'm repeating the same thing sometimes. So I don't really. Yeah, it's just me, man. It's just me.
You see. That's why I was like,
ProXnaked. The most important thing is that you know the name. You remember the name. ProXnakedmynd.
Veterans flexing. Cool.
Facts.
Oh, right.
A very talented artist as well. But we can speak about that now. So today we're going to be recapping a bit, you know. We're going to recap about the show that you guys had a few months ago.
Oh, wait.
So tell us more. How did it come about? What made you decide to do it? And how did it end up going?
I think I could start just highlighting how we met, and then he can dive into how we got to even think about doing the show. So I've always known Pro from far as a veteran, as he said himself. I've always thought I could work with him one day. I saw him working with Eagle Eye, which is one of my bros from Danoon. And I think one day Eagle used to post my videos, and it was my birthday. And he wished me a happy birthday through Eagle Eye. And Eagle Eye showed me. He was like, okay, he likes me, cool. And then I think we met at Mr. P's birthday, officially. And he was performing there. I was there to watch and support. And yeah, we spoke and exchanged numbers. And I think that was the start of our friendship. And a couple of sessions, this is cute game, and stuff. So we connected really well. But yeah, that was from my angle, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even
You see.
everything you say. I don't even know how we met. Because I don't want to lie. Like I feel like the day that he's talking about when he's saying like that's the day we met officially.
Yeah.
Like on that day, I feel like I've already known him by then.
Yeah.
I don't know. And even this happy birthday thing is talking about, I feel like by then I've already known him. I don't know from where or how.
Yeah.
But I just all those moments that he's speaking about, I feel like something in me feels like I've already known him before that.
Yeah.
But it's just that I can't put my finger on it. Man. Can't put my finger on
We'll
it.
do a recap after recap.
But yeah. That's basically how officially
You guys met.
yeah, according to him.
Okay. Okay. So that was the recap of how you guys met. But now, how did the show, the Anathi Swaphi and ProX show, ProXnakedmynd, you guys keep spelling it incorrectly. I can see you keep spelling incorrectly as ProXnakedmynd.
Away.
Believe. So how did the show come about?
I think, as you said, we had a few sessions just meeting up randomly and just getting drinks, eating, just kicking it, man, just talking about a whole lot of things, and obviously the music. We touch on the music now and then. And then at some point when we touched on the music, we started talking about doing a show.
Yeah.
At that time, we did not know when or where.
Okay.
It was just like, hey, we should do our own show,
Yeah.
and just see how it goes. Especially taking from the point of gigs. Gigs are scarce these days. Like, not everyone is getting booked, and I think at that time also we were not very, very busy when it comes to bookings. And in some shows, there's a lot of favors that we do as artists, so there's no income basically.
Yeah.
So I think it was just part of that conversation where we were like, hey, if we could do our own thing and just see what we would get out of it, you know. So it was just an idea, and then we just, up until we decided, hey, remember that idea we spoke about when we were having drinks and whatnot? How about you bring it to life on this day? And then we started talking dates and venues. venues, mind you. Yes,
Okay,
venues.
run through
We didn't
Because there
have
are options.
Run through the options that you guys had, the
Yeah.
venue options.
the first venue, I think I went to watch Pro performing When You Wake at Red Bull, which was done by DJ Switch in Woodstock. And I liked the place. So I asked him, is there a way maybe he could find out how we can get that place? That was the first option we had. I had done a show before in Orbs, but it was a bit smaller, and there was now Pro X, so we needed a bit of a bigger space to accommodate more people. So that was the first choice, and then he went on to check the place. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Flip. Okay, now while we're on that, now I'm doing my homework, right? So I'm hitting people up. Hey, how can I get? I'm looking to get this place. I don't know if I should say the name. No, no
can
name
say it if you
dropping.
want. I don't
No
know.
name dropping.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so we were looking for Roxy, right? So we were like, hey, we gotta get Roxy. That's the venue he's talking about that I was performing in. So I hit up Switch and I was like, hey, how do we get that? And then Switch said, we should do a proposal, right?
Yeah.
Write a proposal, send it to him, then we take it from there. You know, maybe he's gonna chip in or help in getting the place. And then again, I'm still asking more people at the same time. I'm asking other people.
Yeah.
And then I remembered there was a guy that booked me probably a year or two ago, same venue. So now I'm looking for him via the guy that he booked me via. All this thing is via, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know. I didn't have contact of the guy that booked me, but I had contact of the guy that he spoke to speak to me. You get me? So that is Lloyd, basically. So I asked Lloyd, hey Lloyd, I'm looking to get this place. I don't know if you can speak to that guy for me and find out if you can get the place. So Lloyd is like, I'm speaking to him right now. Then he sends me the number, right? So I speak to the guy directly. Then the guy says, hey, you are in luck because I'm doing a show there, like this Friday.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, which is nice. Then it means we can go there and someone go view the place and have the talk, you know, in the venue.
Sure.
You were performing in Rondebosch at that time, right?
Yeah, Zivolis.
Zivolis.
Yeah.
So now he sends me because I'm not sure of the directions or the address. This guy sends me the location to the place. Now when we're pulling up with the gang and we're parking, I'm like, no man, but this is not the venue.
Yeah.
We were looking for Roxy, and this guy brings us or takes us to Lee Roxy, something like that.
So the names were quite
V
similar.
Roxy, something like that. The names were quite similar, yes. Okay. So now we end up being there, and it's a club. We performed, show was nice, but then I tell them, this is not the place we are looking for.
Yeah.
You know, but then it also became an option. Because they were like, it's fine, you can do the show here if you can. We are open for it, you know. So then it became another option, right? Yeah. And in there came in the option of Selective Live. I think from that show, when I met Killer G.
Ah, nigga.
Yeah. So I met Killer G, spoke to Killer G, and that's when it hit me. You know what? Maybe we could also get Selective Live, you know. But we wanted like the bigger space. We wanted a big space. So and then we felt Selective Live
the whole thing.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Anywho, that's when the idea of Selective Live came in, and I think we reached out also for Roxy. Then they gave us what they would charge, and then we just kept on looking for other options.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the finances now are involved. We need to be more careful and all that. I don't want to share the whole story from my side because it's long, man. It's long. But yeah, that's how the selecting of
the venue.
Selective Live. See what I did there?
Buzz.
Okay. So, wait, that was the venue, right?
Yeah.
Mind me, we didn't actually spoken to the venue at this point.
Okay. Yeah.
We were just
Yeah.
because I think he was hoping to catch me perform that day, and then he got there and I was already done and leaving. But now we were obviously waiting, I think, to find information of how we can approach, which email addresses to use. I think he was speaking to Killer J on the side. It so happened that one day I was recording with Brother 1000 in Orbs, and I spoke to him briefly that I want to do a live show, and we were looking at Selective Live in conversation. And they're like, yeah, that's good. I know somebody that you should reach out to who works there, which is Damaf. So, and you might think it means that we are in. So it says, cool, I'll speak to him, give you the numbers, and then you'll take it from there. So I spoke to Damaf, and he's like, okay, cool, this is the email address, write a proposal, what the show is about, what are you proposing, and then we will review and get back to you. And we did the show on the 26th of April. And this happened probably 2 months before that. Mm-hmm. And they took some time to get back to us. Because we ended up having 1 month to actually do the marketing.
Yeah.
And even then when they said, cool, they gave us the terms of how they work. And they still needed some things from us, like high definition pictures, videos to show that we have actually done what we are proposing from the side of the performances. So the back and forth that we did with Pro, and we just had to just wait. And then eventually they did get back to us and say, cool, 26 April, you got it.
And they actually got back with a poster.
Yeah. That was now the moment of saying, okay, cool, because we hadn't planned anything in terms of understanding how they charge, what we want to do in the show, the cost of that, and how much we're going to sell the tickets for. So that at least we break even. That was the idea. But yeah, that's essentially how we got the date locked.
And again, I see when that poster came out, I had an issue with that poster. They spelled X's name incorrectly. I wasn't so a big fan of that. So
Yeah. I know when that happens.
no, I'm silent. I don't even know what to say.
I get a lot of Swaphi instead of Swaphi in my posters sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, bruh, there's an H. I'm closer like that. Like this Swaphi thing is not for me. So yeah, I know. It's not a good one.
Besides my issue with his spelling that I keep getting incorrectly. Oh yeah. If you're watching this, I forgot to say this. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below. And if you can't see my voice, it's just because this mic picks up a lot of S's and don't know what that's called, but yeah. I got the pop filter on, so if you can't see my mouth, I apologize. But you can hear me, that's important. Yeah. So, what was the other question? Other question was, so the venue is locked, the date is locked. Side question, did you guys think you would have turned out the way it did?
Hey.
I think I don't want to lie because Swaphi was
I was gonna lie.
Swaphi was now the one who's trying to finalize the venue, right? And dates. And me being me, you know how I very much panic if I don't know what's going on. You get
Can
me?
we just pan quickly? Yeah? Like even before we shot, he messaged me like, "Yo, can you let me know what's happening? Oh, you know I don't lie. I need to know what's happening.
I don't want to come in blindly."
So I know. Yeah.
So another thing that is making me panic is that we're running out of time. Remember, he said 2 months prior.
Yeah.
And now 1 month is down already. So I'm thinking, hey, Swaphi, we said we want at least 2 months to market the show.
And you
so
have to do rehearsals.
You get me. And now 1 month is out already. So I'm panicking. And I'm in his case now and then, hey, what's going on? What is the brass saying? Did it get back to you? You know? So the whole time we are not thinking, I don't think we are both thinking turnout, but we're both thinking we need to get the venue, secure the venue. So as soon as we got that, and again, I repeat, we got that by a poster. They just sent a poster saying, we're good to go. Yeah. So that meant the poster is out, the Quicket is already open.
So, there's no turning back.
You see, now I am scared of the turnout. Now I am shaking. I even told him, I'm like, bro, I'm scared. Like, I'm really scared. For some strange reason, I'm scared. And one thing I always worry about, I worry about what I'm going to do on stage or what we are going to bring. But because of I've also done it for so long, it somewhat becomes the least of my worries. My main worry now is filling up those chairs, getting people there. So how do I get to a point where I'm okay knowing that, okay, at least I have this certain number of people coming in. So that was like the next strategy now. How do I get to that okay part, knowing at least I have 10 or 16 or even 20 people sitting there. Yeah. And then we can take it from there.
Sure.
Yeah. The turnout for me was also not... You're worried about it because you know it's the ultimate measure of whether the show was successful or not.
Or you're successful as an artist.
Yes,
I guess
exactly. It's one of those things that if you want to be booked and you're charging a certain price, is it justified? Because then it's justifiable by you coming there and there are people who actually go there specifically for you.
Yeah.
That gets attached to your value.
Yeah.
So if we do a show together and we sell 10 tickets, that means next time we go somewhere, we're probably going to bring only 10 people. You know? But for me, it was now the technicalities of, it's an Afro soul versus hip hop. We need to get a band and we need to rehearse. And on his side, his set involves the DJ part with the band. That was literally my biggest worry because I'm like, okay, maybe we can push and get the people there, but what then? Unlike him, who's done it so many times, he doesn't have to worry about it. So yeah, I think the stress about if people are coming in was when we were just checking the tickets. Okay, how many people now? Okay, sure. What should we do? Should we force people now? Should we DM? Should we, like, the strategies of how we're going to market it?
Yeah. Was there any issues? You were talking about the band. Was there any issues like getting everything together? Maybe the DJ or the sound or.
Yo.
Yeah, no.
Yo. I think
let's play it safe.
Yay.
No, like
no, besides playing it safe, I think the first challenge that we had was the fact that we stayed distant from each other. And we have this little time to prepare for this much of a show that we're now facing, right? So that's the first challenge. How do we get a venue or a neutral venue to rehearse in where we can get everyone in? And then another problem is when we've decided or found a venue, how do we get everyone there? Because there's now 9 to 5s involved.
Yeah.
You see, so again, we don't have much time in our hand to even meet and rehearse. So basically, the first one was rehearsing during the day was out because we were at work. We worked.
Also, they gave us certain times, which were midday at Selective Live.
Yeah, which was during the
option.
day. You know, like we can't take it because we're at work, right? Or maybe I am at work. You see, so there was that first challenge. Now, how do we get? We have this vision of having the DJ and the band there, but now how do we get all of them there? Because the DJ is also working. So there's another problem that we're sitting with. So that was very challenging. And also in terms of finding a place that will give us the space plus the sound to rehearse with.
Yeah.
So that's another challenge again. So, anywho, maybe it's gonna touch on some other points. So I know the first we got the first band, right, to rehearse with, which you were rehearsing with.
So here's the thing, right? When I go perform, I normally bring Utasbora, Hotman Yam. He plays the keys because
Shout out to
my
Utasbora.
music is like that,
Shout out.
right? It's very dope, and I did not want a separate band. I just wanted to assemble it around him, right? Get somebody who can play bass and drums, and we're good. And we got someone who can play lead. We got someone who can play bass. And then he was playing the keys. We didn't want to include the drums at that time, which now led to the first session we had. The session we were hosted by Utama Orange. Shout out. At TVL at Danun. He gave us the space. In there, there's mics, there's sound, there's decks and everything. So now the challenge is to get the guy who's playing the lead guitar, who was staying in Peru. And then Tasbora stays in Parklands. And then Noma Razor stays in Kailicha. And this man stays in Kraaifontein. Now, already there's a cost attached to that. Because if you're hiring people, you also need to speak to them, transport them to the venue. They are carrying instruments.
Yeah.
So you can't expect them to
That's
take
expensive instruments. Yeah.
Exactly. Even if they're driving, you might have to chip in the petrol. So that was the first time we had the first rehearsals. And I was there early, so I did most of my run. And these guys were playing together for the first time. It was just not working, right? And we're like, maybe it's because it is the first time.
Yeah.
So, but now we can't afford the first times because we literally have 2 weeks, because the other week had the Pasika, right? Good Friday. So everybody is playing somewhere. So we had that session, and he went home. He came, he rehearsed, he went home. Tomorrow.
Without my DJ.
Without the DJ. And where was Uspito then?
I think he was working. Working late.
Yeah. And just to bring it closer to how eventually then we got the band. So what happened is that Tasbora pulled out. He had to go and attend something Eslalin. And Marais, who was coming to play bass alone, plays with the band, with the Maskandi guy, Kylie. So they're already a group. So then it was a thing that made sense to just get collective people that have always played together. And now that meant we need to change the venue to Kailicha, where they are all based at. Because to transport all of that and the drums, it's not going to work. Yeah. Yeah. I think I did that first rehearsal alone the first time, because I was the one who was mostly going to use the band alone, right? And I think after that, I was like to man, I think this is the way. I think we're at the point now where we kind of know what we can do. So let's go and see what the guys can do for you as well.
Kaleli poisini kungono ndifi Kaleli korobela ukuze ndife.
Wait, we're in the challenges. You look at you guys must credit me as a good podcaster. You must credit me as a good podcaster. I just said a few words. We ended up with so much content. That's a small sentence, that few sentences. We ended up in a lot of content there. So that was the challenges. Were there any other challenges organizing the show? The journey. We're going through the journey
through
right
the
now.
journey of it all.
Just to show you guys that we go through the good times and the bad times, and we learn from it. So, was there any other challenges?
I think
that you would like to divulge?
Yeah, I think it was just that at most at that time. That is like prior to the show, right?
Yeah.
So at that time, the rehearsal had its own challenges, And mind you, I think when we started rehearsing now in KFKulture, it's like the last week, basically.
Yeah, it was the last
So it's basically the last week. So, and we don't have the whole week again, even on the last week. We rehearsed for how many days now? 3 days.
Yeah,
I know I was there for 3 days.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah. So the first day, I didn't rehearse, right? The first day.
You're counting 3, including the one we did in Danun, right?
No, in KFKulture. In KFKulture, we did.
KFKulture.
I think there was 3 days in KFKulture.
Yeah, but
I
think
know
you did 2.
I did 2. I
Yeah.
didn't do the third one.
Third one.
Yeah. And now in these rehearsals, there is no sound system. So again, I can't really infuse my things now into the band. I am there, but I can't infuse. So now the best way is to now try and teach the band, play the song via Bluetooth and let them hear it and try to play on it, you know. So that was another challenging part because now it's gonna take some more time for them to now learn the songs, and it's not really how the show is going to look because the sound is not there, you know. So that I think that was just another challenge, but obviously I'm glad that by the end of the last rehearsal, we had an idea. Sorry, flip my hands. I like speaking with my hands.
So we are rapper.
So by the end of the last rehearsal, we at least had that covered, where we had a list of songs that they could play. I think the worry was just remembering the songs because now we only had that 1-2 days to do it. So I think that was now another worry, but at that point we were like, yeah, we're gonna face the music at the show.
How many songs did we play? Like, what was together?
Yo,
collective?
so we planned. I think we planned about 8-10 songs.
So I had like 11, so that's like 21 tracks that has to be played.
So that was a lot. That was a lot within those 2 days. And then we ended up saying, okay, it's fine. That one you don't have to play, but that one, can you try and play it? That one, can you try and play it? So it became that thing now with my set where I got selective. Ah, man.
Selective.
Ah, man. Look what I keep doing here. But yeah, I think that was just that in terms of the challenges before the show.
And on your side, Anathi, is that so you?
Yeah.
Anything else you wanna divulge?
From me, it was not on the technical side because obviously I didn't need the DJs and the whatever. If I got the band and the guys are really good, they learn the songs really, really fast. So that's a good thing. But the organizing, oh my God, speaking to people, arranging the perfect time where everybody can be there, picking this person up, requesting for this one. That I don't wish that on anybody. Like I wish that there was somebody who was doing that for me, but I think that was the most exhausting thing. But we had no choice because the date was locked, the tickets were out. People already bought some tickets already. So that for me was the most difficult part. Even after we knew that we got the band, we know what we're gonna do. Just the time frame of getting everybody in the same spot at the right time. And it's during the week. So it has to happen late. Yeah, I think
Night shift.
That was difficult.
So basically, we have the location, we have the time, we have the tickets, we have the struggles. Now we get to the night, but also before we get to the night, can you run through your set, basically? Why you chose that set? And how many songs?
Okay. I like my set to normally start on the emotional side, and then we build up the tempo as we go. The first song I chose was called Vuka Mama, and it was an unreleased song. It's gonna come out when I drop an EP here in September. and it's a.
Wait, before you continue, you talked about the EP that's dropping.
You see, now you're asking questions now. Yeah, it's a very emotional song about my late mother. And I always feel like it's one of those inviting her into the space, and with God in that, so that the sound or the words I'm using can actually hit the people the right way or the way it's supposed to be. Right? I can only just sing, but how that music makes you feel, it's not up to me. Right? So that was the first song, and after that, obviously, I upped the tempo. I chose a song called Piki Piki. People would know the sort of a restation. And it included a couple of covers from my favorite artists. Nathi Mankai. I did a song, Emiza Moyam. I did a song by Java, which is Kuye. I just love that song. Don't ask me if I relate or not. I just love the song, and I love the fact that it was acoustic. So when it dropped the EP in Jan, I was like, out of all these songs, this is my fave. So I had to do that. I also did a cover by Amifag, which is in Tingawe. I have been rocking that song before I even recorded the music. So it had to be part of that set. And then I went on to do, what's the other song I did now? Oh my God. I did 5. Oh, I did Paula. Yes, I did Paula with KWX.
Shout out to KWX.
Paula was in the EP that I dropped in February. So I dropped an EP called Mizila Yotando in February, which has consisted of 4 songs that are just about love. Whether you're going in it or out of it, there's something there for you. So Paula is like a heartbreak song that speaks to being heartbroken, but then you still feel like you're not giving up on your person. So we did that on the first set. It was like 4 or 5 songs. And then I came back later again. And when we came back on the second set, what cover did I do? I can't remember now. But it was when now the things were like up tempo a bit, and Pro was going to join me on the stage. I don't know if I should get to the end of it before you speak about your first set.
Wait, only yours, only focus on your songs.
On my songs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great.
Oh yeah. Before we get to him, you were talking about the EP.
The one that's dropping?
Yeah. Can you speak about it, or is it still under wraps?
No. We can talk about it. The songs are done. So we are just busy now with the selection.
Okay.
It's just gonna be a small piece of about 6 songs. There's some dope features. I don't want to talk about the features now, okay? But there's some dope features. I collaborate with some vocalists and some rappers. Okay. Right. And there is a song that I did with this brew here.
Yeah. Oh, so we're giving that one. I thought we were not giving away the features.
Yeah. So we're still going to just look at the context of the EP itself and see what songs will fit in. So it's going to drop in September. I am dropping a single called Baninzi, first week of July. Artwork is done. Submissions are done. We're just waiting for the confirmation of the exact date. So that will be the first single towards the build-up of the release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so is there a name for the...
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Because
no, that's cool.
Once we can know the songs, then we can be able to say, this is what we're trying to say to the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sidetrack from that. We go to ProXnakedmynd, a.k.a.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
We ran through your set list and why. Why did you... Oh, sorry to interrupt. Why did you choose that first song? You're going to explain now.
Like I was about to say now, like the why is... the why is...
Tricky.
It's very tricky because the first thing was how we want the show to look. That was the first thing. Like, how do you want it to look? How do you want the people to feel when we say we are opening the show now? Like, this is it, we're in. And how do you want to close it? That was the first idea around selecting the songs. It was how we want it to look, and how do you want the show to start, how I want it to go, how I want to end it. So it was first that structure, and then it got to, okay, we can pick this song.
Yeah.
So the first idea was to start the show on a hyper level. Was go for up tempo type of song, go for a jump, go for the kill immediately, So that was the first idea that I had.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what, I want to pick up tempo song. I think Vet was one of those songs. Also one of the best. I just thought, okay, but I kept changing. I kept changing my mind every day. I'm like, okay, this is the song I'm gonna go for. And then tomorrow I'm like, nah, maybe I should start it with Gangster. And then on a different day, like, nah. And the whole time is like, hey, send the list. I'm like,
Yeah, he
hey.
was curating the show, basically. He was in charge of the curation of how the show should go.
The whole time, like, okay, I'm going to send you. But then, nah, I don't want to start with that. Up until I think I got it was a fan, basically, that tagged me on the song. I think on YouTube. He tagged me on the song. It was a comment, basically. On the song I Look to You, the actual song. So it was like, you have been listening to this song for a long time, Marawara, his favorite, I like it. Yeah. And then I went to listen to it. And then I remembered I have opened with this song at some point in Neisner. And the reception and the feel was just beautiful, starting from, because it's a slow song and it gets people in a certain mood. So that is how I was like, you know what? Let me kickstart the show like that. Let's kickstart on a soft feel, and I Look to You just made sense.
And also, don't forget I Look to You on Throwback Collection.
Yeah.
You forgot to mention that. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. What a man.
Okay, you can continue.
So yeah. So
Sorry. Once again, sorry. Go check it out. Go stream it. I Look to You is only on YouTube. If you put it anywhere else, it will get taken down. I'll make sure of it. Go stream Throwback Collection, and I will stop interrupting. You may continue.
Wow.
So yeah, I think I Look to You was that, and I may not remember all the songs that I did on the night.
Lute.
Lude also.
Yeah.
Obviously from the project Pila. And
Go stream it.
Go stream it, yes.
My
So Lude for me was more like, because of it kickstarts slow, right? And then the band joins in somewhere there. Then it brings in those 808 kicks and all that. So it also made sense that we are now, arising from the emotional side of it into vibing now.
Yeah.
Because that's how basically we wanted the show to be. It needs to be emotional, but we also need to vibe. It needs to be fun at some point. So that's how Lude became the second song, basically. And I know we had Vet somewhere in there. I know we had Dikla somewhere in there.
That was my favorite.
So I don't think from then on I had, how do I put it? I don't think I had intentions of, this one. But it was more like, how do I keep that vibe going? Because now the show is going, up. So I was like, how do I keep that going? So I started picking up songs. I know I had also Paula in as part of the list, but then I scratched it off because I felt like there were just too many songs. So the initial idea was to have 4 sets, in fact 5, where I open and then I leave it to the feature. I give a feature, which in my feature I had Style, and then he comes in and then he brings in a feature in which in his case he had...
I first had Wax.
He had K-Wax.
Yeah.
And then I come in for the second set, right? And then there's Pizzo in my as a feature. And then he comes in for his second set where he
Yeah.
was supposed to have...
I was supposed to have Ikhotmane Amurafket, but he was sick on the day, so he couldn't make it to the show. So yeah, there was that.
Away.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the last set would be the two of us. So that was just the initial idea of the whole performances. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't break down song by song that I did.
Take a lot.
But yeah, that was that was the initial idea, to do 4-4-4 and close it off with the last 2 or 3 songs.
Was that the first time you guys performed that Naked Mind song?
No, it wasn't the first time. We were one of the best. It wasn't the
No,
first.
one of the best. The latest one.
Oh yeah, on a beef.
It one beef.
On a beef.
One beef.
What beef? So yeah, that was the first time we performed on a beef. Magaike. Check out the song.
And check out, by the way, go check out the unofficial music video. It's almost on 20K. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to KFKulture.
Big numbers. Big teams. Feel so small out here.
So yeah, that was the first time we performed the song after it dropped.
Okay. Oh yeah, and also run through why the guest performances. Why?
Oh,
You
why
would have
the-
chose anyone else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you choose like?
I think from my side, it's just plain and simple, man. Pizzo, I mean, it's a given. It's a given. If I'm ever doing my own show or whatsoever, something of that stature, Pizzo is to be there. Like, that's my bro. Same thing as if he's doing something of his own. It's like not even a question.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, I am doing this. Are you available on the day? And that's that. So, and then style also. I feel like it's the same thing. Style is my bro.
He's always
And also for me,
Shout
I've
out
been
to
traveling
Styles.
with him. I've been performing with him. So it made sense. I mean, it's the first show. That's the first thing. It's our first show together. So I don't wanna complicate anything. I don't wanna hit people who are going to disappoint me. So I'm going for people that I know for a fact that they are going to be there. So my selection.
Oh,
Every time I say this word, you should put a pop.
You gotta, a soul penduga out here.
almost put like a counter or something.
How many selective, you know?
Selectives.
Away. So yeah, from my side, picking us. Or
Picking.
let me not say selecting.
Just run wild, man. You've done it already.
So it was that easy. It was that easy from my side.
And on your side?
Hey, man. I've been rolling with Eagle Eye and Rough Cat from Danoon. Eagle Eye was the first person who actually booked me at Kaapstad to actually perform. And I performed there with Rough Cat. And wherever Rough Cat would go on each show, he would always bring me with, right? So we've always shared a stage. So it made sense for me that I have a show to also bring him in. So that was why I chose him to come through. He also then introduced me to KWX. So we drove to KWX and we made a couple of songs. And we've been making music with Works. And Paula is not the first, but it's the one that made it out from my side. And I really, really enjoy that guy's music. He's really dope. Like melodically, he's untouchable, man. So it made sense that I have to bring him in. But also it was a thing, Yoguti. If in the set I have a song with that particular person, then it's better if we perform it together. They can then also get some time on the stage. So yeah, that's how I chose my people. My Avengers.
Yeah.
Let me think now. We spoke about the set lists. We spoke about the features. How was your nerves the night, and how was the turnout? Explain to us the turnout and your nerves.
So now I think the nerves part for the day of the show. You see, I had my first share of the nerves in with the rehearsals and the organizing and whatnot. I think that's where most of my nerves were. On the day of the show, I don't want to lie to you. On that day, I am cool as a cucumber, man. But I know we had now the challenge with sound check.
So what time? Sound check? Was it
Sound check was supposed to be at 2, right?
Oh,
3.
3.
Yeah.
3. Okay.
Yeah, 3. So it's now 2:00 and Style is still somewhere in Belleville.
Was he doing his hair? What was he doing in Belleville? Please.
He's doing his...
Oh my God.
You know, he's fixing his haircut. So Style is somewhere in Belleville. I think my DJ is at home or at work. I'm not sure. This guy is on his way to the venue.
On time.
And he also sent me a clip of traffic in the N1. Like, hey, guys, look what's going on. There's traffic on the way. And so there's that going on around 2. And sound check is at 3, right? So I'm not sure what time they arrived. What time you arrived?
Probably 2:45.
Probably 2:45.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Style arrived probably, 3?
He's arriving way. Not at the venue.
No, but me. So he's picking me up, I think, at 3. And the band is not there. Or are they there? Because you are there already.
I can cook that side.
Yeah.
Finish your thing with Style.
So anywho, I don't know, man. But anywho, we end up, me and the gang, we end up arriving at the venue, I think after 4, if I'm not mistaken.
It was before 4. I think
Right.
it was like 22. 4.
So yeah, so that is just the tiny.
And the doors open at 5, by the way.
Yeah, and we're supposed to open the doors at 5. So that was just the tiny worry now that was going on. That sound check, we just arrived, and Swaphi is already there, also having his own stress regarding the sound check.
Yeah, man. You know, that day I didn't get my hair cut. Because I cut in town. So I thought I was going to be early, get a haircut, and then just go to the show. But because of the traffic as well, I figured it was more important for me to arrive there in time. So we get there. I hit up Tamaf on some way here, and he's like, cool, there's a guy who's coming to open for you, which is Tuto, the sound engineer.
Shout out to Tuto.
Yeah, very cool gent. And cool, he arrives. But now, in the middle of this, I'm talking to the gents, the band. Gents, where are you? They were supposed to have left. They were supposed to be at the venue. They're supposed to have left at 2:30. Sorry, 1:30. So 2:00 to 2:30, they're supposed to be at the venue. And they say they are coming. I'm like, okay, cool, they're coming. Cool. The doors open. The guys shows us every place, the place we're going to sit at with the other guys as artists that came. And it's like 3:30. I'm calling the guys, gents, how far are you? Marie's like, yo, we're coming, but we have one issue. The other gent who plays the keys is not with us. They had spoken in the morning in terms of Baba's are you showing and all that, where they're going to meet up. Everything was arranged nicely. and they are also stressing as just as me. Like my raise is stressing out as well. Apparently they waited for some time as well. So I'm like, cool. Then they arrive. Amongst us, including the band, we don't know where this guy's at, right? And it made sense later when he explained what happened. But at that point, we literally are like, yo, it's almost 4:00. We have been rehearsed and all my songs need keys. So how are we going to start with the rehearsals? I understand. And there's also no feedback from him in terms of being certain that he's going to make it to the show. Right? Fine, we're good. And they calm me down. Look, we can make it work. We've got the lead guitar, we've got the bass guy. Shout out to Tesha, shout out to Marais. They calm me down and we do some rehearsals without the keys, right? And it's not just me who's stressed. They are also stressed about this whole shebang. And I'm trying to rehearse. Words are just not coming out because we have to both rehearse and we have an hour before the doors open. And for me, it kind of feels like these rehearsals are just a waste because the keys are not here. The first song I'm going to do called Vukamama is just pure keys. Now we need to probably rearrange the whole set, change certain songs because I'm not going to come in and give half of the performance, right?
Yeah.
So I'd rather do the ones that work and we know that it was a short set than having it being a horrible set, a long, horrible set. So that was a very stressful time. I think we managed to get the guy at 4:30. And then he said, no, I'm requesting, I'm coming. I think that's when I started to be a bit calm about the situation. At least he's coming, right? We will talk later as to why and what happened. It could be in an accident. It could be in whatever situation. For all I know, he was not breathing wherever he was. But then it means that the show is in jeopardy, right? So now, eventually, we rehearse. 5:00 hits. He's not here. 5:30 hits. He's not here. And we can already see the queue outside of the venue. The people are already waiting to come in. And we have to open the doors because we said from 5 to 6. People come in, the show starts at 6. At this time, my panic is coming back now because I'm not sure if he's going to make it, right? And I know it's getting late and there's more traffic coming that side anyway. So factoring the time and everything, it's like I was just a hopeless individual. Pro was looking at me on some, bro, are you sure you're not gonna die today? My brother Scott was calming down. No, you're gonna do it. And this time I'm like, yo, there's new friends here, new friends that are gonna be coming with Pro that I would like to tag and become my family, you know, and vice versa. And I need to impress these people. And we've prepared, we've done all of this. It can't just come down to, well, it comes down to that point, but I'm like, it can't just end or go on like this. You understand? So no, if when I saw, so we decided to go outside and greet people, welcome people. This is now maybe like 10 to 6. My G rocks in. I wish I could kiss him. The way I was so excited. Whoa. That's fine. No, pause. But anyways, my excitement at that point, I was over the moon. Like, you guys have no idea how I felt at that moment. I can't explain.
I wouldn't want to be in the room if you're excited.
You're spending too much time with Pro X.
Thank God I wasn't there.
Thank
God I was not there.
Yeah. Nah, man. So he came in apologizing. I'm like, bro, it's fine. Like, we can chop it later as to what happened. I'm sure it makes sense.
And he came in when we opened the doors. No?
Yeah, we'd already opened the doors.
Coming.
Yeah. But I was just happy, and I was not about to be asking questions as to when, what at that time. I'm like, let's rock. And we rocked. The guys played super well. Thank God we had rehearsed 3 times already. So he knew exactly what he was going to play, and he's very good. So that's another thing. I was like, I'm not worried about the sound check now, but if he's here, let's rock. And it was a beautiful show. Yeah. But yeah, that was the worst time for me in the whole of this road to selective life. That was the most difficult time.
Okay. And I arrived after 5?
Yeah, I think just about after 5.
Yeah. And you can check out you see that video is on 18K unofficial music video.
This man in numbers.
Go check it out. Go check it out, and you can check the others also out. Check out the YouTube channel ProXnakedmynd, and also check out Anathi Swaphi.
On that, check out Anathi. I've got a music video called Kuzabamnandi. It's on YouTube, sitting around 14 to 15K now.
Shout out.
Playlisted by Weezo. Yeah.
Shout out.
And that was my first music video, so please check it out.
Featuring Tay. Yeah.
Africa.
Directed by
Bravo Leroux.
Shot by
Shoot Your Shot.
Shout out.
I know. There were very dope people that were in the working of that music video. Yeah. Really dope.
And don't forget, if you're on this YouTube channel, KFKulture, subscribe, comment, like. I have to remind you guys, if you're watching us, you have to like, subscribe, and everything. Comment down below what you think of the episode, what you think about your favorite artist sitting right here. Let's get back to the night. So how was the turnout of the people?
On the night, I think the first thing, it's something else to see the numbers, right? It's something else to see the numbers. We had the early birds sold out, I think, on the second week, if I'm not mistaken, before the show. And then we had the normal phase sold out on the day of the show. Or was it Friday?
The normal phase got sold out, on the morning of the Friday.
Yeah, I think the
show was tomorrow.
Show was tomorrow. So the normal phase got sold out on that day, and then we had to hit them up and ask for.
Yeah, it is. Let's put it like this: we didn't categorize it like that initially. We had the early bird and just the normal tickets because they had given us a certain amount of tickets to sell because they also didn't want the venue to be so blown up, and I didn't know there was a balcony as well to accommodate people. So the morning of the Friday, tickets were sold out, and people were already DMing us, asking us, we're trying to buy tickets and this and this. So I go on and I speak to the bro, but is there any way maybe we can extend
get more
the online tickets for people to be able to purchase? And
so I think, and then that was open, and then that was sold out also. By the time we opened the doors. By the time we opened the doors, the show was already sold out. Yeah. Now that other ones that they recently just opened. Mm-hmm. So anywho, what I'm trying to get at is it's something else selling tickets, and it's something else actually seeing those heads coming in.
Yeah.
You get me? So because within the selling process, there's people that buy for support. There's people that just, look, I'm just going to buy 3 tickets, but I am in Northern Cape. You get me? So I'm just supporting you. So for me, the minute I saw people coming in, I think we spoke and we went to the door to greet people as they were coming in. Yeah. And then that's when I saw these faces coming in, I was like, yeah, it's happening.
It's happening?
I took a walk.
He disappeared. Eish, man.
I took a walk.
You were adding to the stress.
Because I don't know what to lie. It's something I always do before I perform. Like, I take a minute and just be away from it all. So I took a walk. I met a couple of people who were going to the show on my during the walk. So I had to make the walk even longer now.
Yeah.
So then there was that. There was just a bit of nerves and just me trying to speak with my inner whatsoever to tell my something, you know, and my ancestors, just to speak to my ancestors and say, hey man, it's game time. You know, just to say it's game time, we're on. So there was that. Then we started seeing people coming in, and from then on, we just knew that, yeah, the show is really happening. Now it's a matter of we do what we rehearsed and just go on stage and open the show and hope everyone has a good time.
Okay. And how was so the show is, they say the show is done now, ne? How did you feel afterwards, after the show?
I never expected it. For me, yeah, so usually there's these nerves before you perform, and you just see the response from the people, and you sit down after the show like, I don't believe it. I don't believe I did that. I don't believe I made people move like that and people feel like that. And honestly, it's God's work. I always pray to God that you gave me the voice and the gift, and I'm going to be in front of this people and perform. So what you said to me, translate it to them so that they can actually receive it from me. And so it's always a prayer to say, thank you, God, for the opportunity, and thank you for ensuring that people came to the show safe. I don't look at the faults on the night like that to say this is the mistake I did or we did or it didn't go like this. I just look at how people respond and received. And everybody was just coming out, taking pictures, saying it was the best show I've ever done. Because some people have watched me perform without pro. So they're like, yo, this is a new level. I'm like, I got pro. You know, and to be honest, it's just one of the highlights. Standing next to a giant like pro meant so much to me. Even when you said it on camera, now it's on the record. Damn. But we did Honesty together, and I tried to be calmer there. Kept forgetting the lyrics, but it was such a beautiful moment to stand next to him, and I really appreciate you, bro, for
big time.
For that. But yeah, overall, I was happy. Some people DM'd me, some people WhatsApped me, those that know me personal, and the feedback was ecstatic. So beautiful show. I felt fulfilled.
Yeah, I think, yeah, man, it was beautiful. I don't want to lie, it was beautiful, and at the same time, I feel I wouldn't have done that also on my own. So the fact that he was there, we kind of like complemented each other in terms of the performance and in terms of the fan base. He came with his own people, you know, people. There were times when I was on stage, I could see, you know what, those faces are not here for me. You get me?
Yeah.
So there were times like that, and I loved it. And I loved the fact that not everyone that's here is here for me. That means we are all having a good show. You know, to see that other half is here for him, that other half is here for me. And then at some point we are on stage together. So that means whoever was screaming for me when it was only me on stage and screaming for him when it was only him on stage, they get a chance to scream together.
Yeah,
you get me? So I loved that. And also to see it after the show. Remember he spoke about my people being there and him performing and winning those fans or that fan base.
Yeah.
Now I get to see that after the show when we are taking pictures with people and someone just comes to me and say, can you take a picture? I know you don't know me. I know Anathi. I'm here for him. But can we take a picture? Beautiful show, guys. So that means what he was speaking about is actually happening. There's someone now who's saying, I am following you after this, but he came here for him, and vice versa. So that for me was that beautiful moment. And after the show, I spent a lot of time within now the people. And another great thing was, as much as I'm appreciating the new people that I don't know, At the same time, I am seeing the people that I know, people who are my day ones, people who I have not seen in a very long time. So again, that played another role. You know, it played another crucial role. It also gave me warmth, man, to know that I still have my day ones with me, people who I have history with, you know, and just spending those 5 minutes with each and everyone as I tried to, and they're telling me stories, man, of how we grew up and some of my moomishes that I've done in the past days or years. So that to me felt very great, and I would love to have that feeling every now and then, you know. So so it was beautiful.
Dope,
Okay.
man.
Was there any people? Okay, we got to that part. Of like, yo, the show was amazing. People loved it. Was there any people who was like, yo, you guys won't even sell it out, man. We haters, bro. We don't support you guys. Boycott. Was there anything like that? I just want to know. I just want to know. That's all.
Was there from your side? Because I don't think there was anyone that loud. Probably maybe they said it, but they were not loud about it. I'm sure there were people who doubted that it's gonna work out, but they were just not loud about it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say they were or they were not. Like, I don't know.
If you're hating, you don't deserve my energy. I'm not even looking at a direction of people that thought otherwise. Most of the time, the people I engage with are positive people, you know. But I just think that even the ones that are close, they probably don't know what it took or what it takes to pull a show of that magnitude. And hopefully this podcast can share some lights and they can themselves try and do something, and we will be very supportive towards that. But anybody that was hating probably low-key did it. I don't even know.
They don't even want to know.
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, but on while we're speaking on the positive vibes and good energy, people who brought in
Yes.
good energy. So I just want to say special shout out to a couple of people who played a role in making sure that the show also happens, besides the people who were on stage. You understand? So for me, I would like to send a shout out quickly to the likes of Sam S.A., because he's one of the gents that always in my corner and always screaming. Like that guy has positive vibes for days. He'd be like, hey, don't worry, this thing is happening. We are doing this thing. You get me? So there was him, and also Odds Mako. So shout out to him. He's one of the people that just bought tickets from where he stays. I think he's in Northern Cape, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out.
Shout out to him. So he's one of the people. Yeah, so he's one of the people that if I'm doing something, he always says, how much do you need? And okay, shout out to him. He bought a couple of tickets for me to give away, and I gave those tickets away to people who wanted but couldn't or did not have the money. Shout out to Siya Cheula, is also my day one. Siya Cheula is one of the first people I rapped for when I started writing. So to see him also still lending a hand and saying, you know, I'm supporting you to this day, ever since the first days. So yes. So yeah, shout out to him. And I might have forgotten. Shout out to my manager at work though. Shout out to Charlotte. Shout out to Javi. Shout out to Nolo. Those are the people that also bought the tickets without actually going to the show. And Patrick. Oh man. So yeah, shout out to everyone that bought the tickets, and I was able to give those tickets away. They played a huge role in making sure that we get to that sold out part.
He always does this. He did this at the show where he was giving shout out left, right, and center, and caught me off guard. Now I need to give shout outs, and I can't mess this up because there are people that DM you and say, oh, you didn't recognize us. You see now I can't do it twice now.
Yeah, but also I'm sure it happens to me also. I probably have names that I forgot, which I am sorry.
Covering.
So away.
Yo. I
Um,
want to do my shout outs, man.
oh yeah, sorry.
He's already coming.
sorry,
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Are you into this together now?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So shout out to the band. Thank you guys
obviously.
for playing. And then shout out to my 1000, Khotmane, for helping us in terms of securing the venue. Shout out to Tamaf as well. Shout out to Tuto. Now to the people that are not involved in the whole music
Shout out to
side.
Spito.
Shout out to Spito.
Since we're talking gang, band.
But in terms of supporters, shout out to Amajita from Parklands, Lazola, Lindo, Apiwe, Lupa. Those are the people that bought the very first tickets, which speaks to us confirming that we have a market, we have people that are going to come and listen to. Shout out to Eagle Eye. Shout out to Pablo. Shout out to my brother Yanga for pulling through. He pulled through like 3-4 people. Oh, snap. Shout out to Emmanuel. Emmanuel is a friend of mine from Joburg. So he was coming here. He had planned a vacation, but he aligned it to the show.
Yo,
And-
that's dope.
And you know what's crazy?
dope.
What's crazy? What happened is we were in the artist room. I don't know who showed him, but before the show starts, he hits me up on the WhatsApp on some, what time is the show? I'm like, it's at 6. Like, are you gonna go live or something? Because I want to watch you from live. Cause I'm like, yo, bro, I don't know about the live thing right now if it's gonna happen, but I'll try and maybe give my phone to somebody to go on Instagram or Facebook. A few minutes later, I hear somebody tapping me on the shoulder. I turn back. Is this bro? I'm like, how did you get? Because in my mind, he's in Joburg, right? And then he brought 2 other guys with. So that's 3 people that bought tickets to the show as well. So they planned this for like weeks since we announced the show, which was really dope. Shout out to Tatuls, Taina, some bros I worked with as well. If I forget you, I'm sorry.
Gave you a moment
But
and now you're
obviously
like,
can't shout out the whole crowd.
Yeah. I think I'm touching the regions. Yeah. Everybody in Danun, shout out. Parkland, shout out. Kylie, shout out.
Shout out.
Kraaifontein, shout out. Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah, man.
You sure your shout out?
Are you done with your shout out?
Look, the people that have spoken, I address them. That's my first. If you felt somehow, address it to me on the next one. We will
Make sure
we'll
you're
make
the
sure
first
on
on
the
the
next
list. You'll be the first on the list.
Also, Ngumza for being the MC.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ungoops.
How can I forget? A time did the skit thing for Vugamama. He's a guy who was a hobo. That's my brother. Shout out to him. Thank you, man, for pulling up for me there. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Scott. Scott was the only person who could calm me down on the day of the show. And Scott always goes with me wherever I go. So a true brother right there. Shout out to Shoot Your Shot. He pulled through. He had a show with Bravo that day, so he couldn't stay for long. I know Ling wanted to come. I know Bravo wanted to come, but they were at the old biscuit thing. And it was not the one here in Woodstock. They were like Ostrich Farm. So even if they tried, they couldn't get back us to the show before it ended. So yeah, short.
Are you done now?
Okay, are you sure?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Me, I can't be sure. Hey, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. But yeah, man. Thank you for shouting out Ngoops, because like Ngoops is one person who for years she has that thing, man. She has that thing.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, she has that thing. So she's one of the people that always motivates me a lot. You get, so even her accepting being part of the show or hosting the show was a major thing for me, and I think for you also.
Definitely.
So I am very much grateful for that soul. So this one is special just for her. So shout out to you, Ngoops, man, and keep doing what you do. And yeah, man, and may God bless you and keep being the beautiful person and beautiful soul that you are. Thank you very much. Now that is for not just the show, but for all the other years that you've been around and kept supporting and motivating.
Can't top that. Cut the camera.
Damn. Okay.
So we are we done with shoutouts?
Yeah, we
Shout
back.
out to KFKulture.
Shout out to KFKulture.
Yeah.
Subscribe, comment down below.
Oh,
and
well, big
remember,
time.
comment, share, do what you gotta do. Support these artists that's sitting right here. Oh yeah, the other question is that I wanted to ask now before we got into our shout out section of the show. Oh yeah, shout out to you for watching.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to people, or not people, but artists who want to also do their own show?
I have a whole Bible, man. I could drop verses out here.
Justice.
The lineup shouldn't be that long. For me, that's the first thing. You wanna keep people for a certain time, get them engaged fully on the show, and then let them enjoy their time. Choose the people that are going to do the work, the groundwork, to partner with. If I'm working with Pro or I'm working with somebody else, we need to be talking about taxis. How is he going to get the people from his hood to the show? That's on the marketing side. Because other people just want to come and perform. But who are you going to perform to if you don't do the groundwork of making sure that there are means for people to get to the show? Even the ones that can afford to take an Uber or whatever, because sometimes it's late. So it gives a security to the people to be like, okay, cool, I'm going because I have a mode of transport to go and back home safe, right? Especially abantu bango mama and bango sis, right? Market the show. I don't know. I've seen shows where like, okay, this is good, there's good sound, but there isn't enough. You never heard about it until it happened. So I think you must make just enough noise. We were doing chessboards, road walks, and all sort of things to literally make sure that people can hear what the show is about. And obviously, the people that you know are for you, you must go in to make sure that you dig them out. Guilt trip them if you have to. Like, yo, bro, here's my show. Please come here's my tickets. Please come to the show to support us. And people that love you will show up for you. But you have to lead the way. They have to see it from you that you are taking your craft seriously, or you are taking this show seriously, whether you are the one who's just doing the show and not the artist, but you must make sure that you take it very seriously. Do not compromise on the sound. Ever.
Never.
If all things go wrong, sound should never be there. Because what happens is that one day you're going to get everybody there and the sound gets messed up. They're not coming back. So sound, transportation, marketing, somebody you partner with must be willing to do the work, and you just bring your A game to the show. Yeah.
Damn, I can't top that. No, I can't top that.
Good.
No, I think
One.
he touched everything. Just he ate and left no crumbs. It's all good.
Afro soul is as hip hop. Off the show, off the thing, it's a war, bro.
Otherwise, me, I'm just gonna say, if you think of doing your own show, don't do it. Yeah, man. Just a bit of adding. Just make sure there is finances. You need to have some money to actually plan the show. You cannot plan without anything. You can't say, I'm going to plan without the moolah. You need to have some money. You need to have capital in order for you to start with the planning of the show. That is so that you don't get to say, hey, can you come and, hey, so that you don't get to say those things. It's better when you have something, then you can speak with people with something in hand.
Yeah.
You get me? So,
Invest.
So yeah, that's the best way to put it. Invest on the show.
Yeah.
Man, because the band is not free. That's the first thing.
The venue is not
The venue is not free. So even if you negotiate your way, but you negotiate with something, you need to have something in your hand.
I think that's basically covering the show. So when are you guys planning another show, or are you planning individual shows? Let me know what's. Because I know on the night you said, I don't wanna not now.
I don't want to talk about that. No, man. I just want to let this one in. I don't want to. Yeah. I think we're still talking about it. We're still talking about it. There's nothing to give out as of yet, except for the fact that we're definitely still talking about it. And obviously, we're looking at what can we add, what can we change, and hoping, and obviously we'll try and make it as great or even greater than the first one that we had. So
Be selective.
Yeah, peace. So yeah, man. So at this time, I don't think there's anything we can give out more than that. We're definitely still talking about it. And when the time is right and we are ready to now talk about it, we will come back and say, hey.
Yeah, but you're definitely going to see us again on stage doing something. Whether it's just me and him and other acts, we don't know yet. And we don't know the time. But, God is on our side, so we're going to pull it off again. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I think ProX might do a live one. I'm not sure when. Still talking about that as well. We did do a Facebook one that we tested out. So I'm not sure when, but we're still in the works of something like that. So, but that's gonna be on YouTube though, because the last one was on Facebook. So, just keep your eyes open for that.
If there are any other venue people or venues that saw what we did, please reach out.
Businesses, small businesses, big businesses, hustlers.
Then we can see what
everybody
that we want to maneuver around that. Or if you are another artist who would like to work with us on something, please bring the proposal that you have or the idea. Let's mold it. Let's see if we can get better, and then we can work. We can really help each other, tap on different markets and different people, different acts. Even if you do jazz, it's fine. Let's talk about it. Let's see. But yeah, that's just that for now, until we are certain from our side.
And if you want to feature ProX, you better pay, bro. You better pay, bro.
Why are you fighting?
We're not doing free.
Why are you fighting?
This is charity work. We gotta eat out here, bro. We gotta eat.
Okay.
So email us. Drop the email.
First time I was like, oh my. Together shiny so you could be all mine. So fine, divine, you were my grape wine. When you smile, my heart beat, jenge baseline. Dabene spindi sok chela 99. Ukuba ndiyakunanywa 99. And then sajola 99. Kwasuke kwaba hectic 99.
Before we go totally, so you got your project dropping in September.
Yeah.
Is there anything dropping before that, besides that single?
So I did visualizers and lyrical videos about a week ago for the past EP I dropped in Feb. They're still in editing mode. So from Friday, there's 3 of them, for Paula, for Nguwe, for Intlizio. So if you go to the EP, you would find those songs. I already shot a music video for Paula already, but I did the lyrical translation. So basically displaying the lyrics in English and Xhosa so that the people can actually get the message. So I'll be dropping those from next week Friday until the last Friday of the month. And then after that, it's going to be Baninzi with its own lyrical video and visualizer already.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's going to be another single that I'm going to drop in August called Picky Picky. And then we're going to drop the EP. So that's my road to the EP. Yeah.
You have anything in the
Yeah,
future?
27.
for this?
27. Apparently we're dropping. So yeah, like I never know. I never know when I'm dropping. Same goes as posting. At times I just hear from people that you just posted something on Facebook and I'm just here. I'm just chilling, you know. So anywho, you never know, man. Just be on the lookout. You never know. You never know.
Yo,
I could be chilling with you and dropping something at the same time. You just never know with me. But yeah, man, it's KF. So yeah, man. Just be on the lookout, man. Follow those pages, follow those accounts, subscribe. That's the only way you get to know when I'm dropping or what am I dropping. But in the meantime, on the 27th, according to...
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
What's the name? So the artist I was talking about I'm working with is ProXnakedmynd. So a lot of the times I'm doing stuff because I told him just focus on music. And that's how it comes to he's maybe chilling and project drops or video
Best
drops.
time of his life.
It's more if I keep it under wraps, then because I'm maybe scared like maybe it tells a close friend or whatever. You see? So I think that's maybe why. Because I'm like, okay, just when you see it, you see it. Right? So that's kind of the thing. But he does know about the project, the YouTube. It's only on YouTube, by the way. That we in KFKulture is only on YouTube. Can't find anywhere else. It will be copywritten if you take it down. Trust me, you'll see. Yeah. So that's coming the 27th. We're working on other stuff as well that will not be named and said at all. Yeah, like he said, just check on the just check on Facebook and YouTube. That's the only way. I can't even say there's too much stuff under the wraps. Yeah. Okay. Check out ProXnakedmynd on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. Anathi Swaphi, Facebook, Spotify. Oh yeah. So shout out to ProXnakedmynd for 100,000 on streams
the
on
numbers
Spotify.
being
On
dropped on
Spotify.
this podcast.
On Spotify.
Hundreds
She's
of
a he.
I saw that.
It's from
I saw
Team
that.
10,000.
And honest, 100K music
we
video.
Get, yeah.
So we're sitting on 200Ks here.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Which should have more.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here now. So it's all good.
Where can people find you? Anathi Swaphi.
Well, yes, that's me. Very simple. Anathi _Swaphi. SWAPHI. Anathi Swaphi. So that's on TikTok, that's on Instagram, that's also on Facebook, that's also on Twitter, well, X now, but yeah. Again on YouTube on my channel. If you stream or check any of my songs, you can please subscribe to my channel. And Anathi Swaphi.
Subscribe.
Let's go, subscribe.
Yeah. So I use my name basically everywhere. Very simple.
And also advice. Someone wanting to become an Afro soul artist.
How many advices today?
Hey.
We have to inspire people here, man. We're all about inspiring people. You see.
Hey, Shan, I don't know if I can advise from just the Afro soul because I think
Or artists in general.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that point
Yeah,
because
so
I don't really know what speaks to you, but get a good production, man. Make sure your music is clean. Get a team. You can't do this thing by yourself. Show up for people. Show up for shows. connect and network with people. But as far as the music alone is concerned, just stick to your craft, but make sure whatever it is that you choose to sing about, rap about, make sure you invest in quality music so that it comes out the way you see it as well. Because sometimes what you feel and what we hear is not not the same thing. So just make sure there's no distortion between that. Yeah, that's me.
And ProXnakedmynd. Okay, I'm plugging it the whole time, but yeah. Where can people find you?
Yeah, man. ProXnakedmynd, Facebook, Insta, Twitter, X, TikTok.
OnlyFans.
Not yet.
Not yet. Still in
Not
the
yet.
still in the picture.
I'm still looking at how can I get the music in there. You see, me, I don't mind, but I just need to find a way to put my music there.
That would be dope, bro. To have your soundtrack somewhere in the background.
You understand?
There.
So if you are busy with OnlyFans and you want, some nice raps while you're doing your thing, hit me up. Hit me up. I can supply you with the music, You can rent it out. So otherwise, yeah, man, ProXnakedmynd, mind with a Y. It's one word, ProXnakedmynd. Pay attention to the capital letter P and the capital letter X. And obviously, if you're searching on Facebook, the first page was unfortunately suspended due to hacking and whatnot. So just make sure you look at the page that is currently active. Same goes as TikTok. So that's where you would find me.
But also, you wouldn't have to worry if you search on Facebook because it is verified. It's going to pop the first one.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's another thing. Oh,
Let's go.
just look for the one with the blue tick. away. So, yeah, I think that's that.
Advice.
Oh, yeah, advice.
Yes.
Man, I don't dish out advices for free.
Oh,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I think Swaphi already said most of the stuff. For me, I always say to artists, just start. That is the most important thing. And I think it's mostly the hardest to start. We always plan on doing things, but we never start. Always say, I'm going to rap. I want to rap. I want to sing. It's always I want and I'm going to. But the most important part of it all is you starting. So if you want to rap or you want to be a musician, start. Start by writing. Start by going to the shows and showcasing. Perform for people. Even if they will say, ooh, perform. Like go to places. Start. You need to start. That's the most important thing. So that you can take it from there. Otherwise, it's all useless. You can plan for years and never actually get to do it.
Yeah, just because you can't afford quality yet,
doesn't
mean you must not. That's the very good one. Good to just start. There's a point for you.
So that's that.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, I will have Anathi Swaphi on a separate episode. I know this is a show that went now everywhere. Like went everywhere.
Yeah.
But I will have him on. We'll speak. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate it. Episode 33. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. It was amazing seeing you guys again. I'm gonna focus on. I know I said it before, like a few episodes ago. Like I'm gonna focus on posting consistently, but it is difficult if I'm handpicking like who I want on. So it's difficult. You can't just put. If I wanted to put anyone on, there would be every week an episode. So you see, it's difficult. I reach out to the people who I want on. So, and I want to address also like when I say the music video of Naked Mind is not because of me. It's they have their weight on their own. I just want that. I'm just saying unofficial.
Yeah, and Shout Out is doing very well, by the way. People are receiving the song very well.
Away. So yeah, I just want to say that that's not because of me. I just thought the unofficial music video decided, yo, this gotta go, bro. Please follow and watch the music videos, listen to the music. ProXnakedmynd and Anathi Swaphi. Go check out and support them. Thank you guys once again for watching and listening. I will see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, masiye gaming.
Okay, peace. You know what would be funny though? Just on a side note, is you keep saying episode 33, all to find out it's actually episode 34.
Yo, that nice.
Zenenye.
Oh, flip.
Yes.